Hi, fans of high-quality entertainment. I just posted a video on my other YouTube channel, Canadian Studmuffin, and I wasn't planning to do a video on this channel today, but since receiving some comments on the video I just posted, I needed to kind of explain myself a little bit, hopefully. And once again, as I've said recently, I have trouble pronouncing some words, right? And as you will see. And then it kind of got to be an issue when I was editing this particular video. So I'll show you here. Ooh, this will be an interesting one. The Who Tommy versus the Rolling Stones album I always struggle pronouncing. So this is the unedited version. So you will see seriously how much I struggle saying that particular Rolling Stones album. And then kind of, like I said, the issue that came up when editing this. This is great, but I rarely play it. I've heard it so much. So I'm keeping this one. The Rolling Stones, they're satanic. This album here. I don't know what it is. And see, you can tell I get frustrated with myself, right? And I'm not looking for sympathy here or anything. I'm just being open with my viewers and saying, look, I struggle. Try and understand. Majesties. Majesty. Forget it. And, I'm knowing that, well, I'll just edit some of this out, right? So it doesn't look as bad as it looks. You can laugh. It's okay. They're satanic. They're satanic. And I'm seriously struggling and not trying to, be funny. Majesty's request. I did it. I still struggle, versus Procol Harum. So see right there, I made a mistake. I picked, it was supposed to be versus Tommy, right? And so when I originally posted this, it looks very confusing. And Mutant Blues, I think that was his username. He told me, what the hell happened? It was, the Stones versus the Who's Tommy. But, I just made a mistake and I ended up, for whatever reason, picking up that Procol Harum album. But anyway, long story short, I edited out you can edit your video on YouTube. You can't replace anything, but you can edit things out. So I did edit out showing the Tommy part. And then I kind of tried to explain it in my pinned comment. It's not always fun doing these YouTube videos. People make mistakes. Goodbye, Procol Harum. Great album, though. Can't Eat Hallelujah versus Volunteers. And then I think... And then later with the Rolling Stones, I still struggle. The Rolling Stones. Let me get this right, because I always screw it up, or I usually screw it up. The Rolling Stones. And like I said, I'm not trying to be funny or anything. I'm seriously trying to think of how to pronounce it. I'll have to edit this video. Their Satanic Majesty's request. I did it. Yeah, I would see. Like I said, I struggle with some words. I would in the past I've said majesties. Okay, and there's another word that I mispronounced, and once again, someone left a comment, and all they left, that's the thing that kind of annoys me is when I'm just corrected for the way I mispronounce a word, and they don't say anything else about the video. It's just, you pronounce this word wrong, right? And it's coming up. Goodbye, doors. Who needs you? Next, who? The Monkees, Pisces, blah, 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 versus Creedence Clearwater Revival, Bio Country. See, right there. It's Bayou Country. And I should know that. But that's probably the way I've always, ever since I got that album in 1969, it's what's in my brain, right? And so, like I said, I was corrected, but there's no other comment. It's by you, just like the way John Fogerty sings it in the song, right? And then you feel kind of, ashamed of yourself or whatever. Not now, I don't, but I'm saying just at the time, you're reading the comment, it's like, oh, I made another stupid mistake. I'm stupid. But I get over it. And the other thing is, I had to change the title of this video that's on my Canadian Studmuffin channel, which if you haven't checked out, please do. 25 great 1960s rock albums I love. Which ones would I keep? That's the I had to change the title. It was originally the same start, 25 great 1960s rock albums I love. I have to discard half of them, right? It's just the premise for the video, not that I'm getting rid of any of the CDs. And the thumbnail is, now it's which albums would I keep, as you can see there, right here. But it was which albums will I keep? So, it sounds like and plus I had discard in the title. So I guess, when that happens, people comment on the title or the thumbnail without, watching the video. I'm not trying to trick people. It's just a fun title for this, series I'm doing. And as you can see here, I try my best to explain myself. I am not getting rid of any CDs in this video. It seems some people take the YouTube title too seriously before actually watching the premise of the video. I had to edit out the Rolling Stones album. I'm not going to struggle again. Versus the Who's Tommy. I was struggling to say the word. And then when I finally got the pronunciation right, I put it up against the Procol Harum album instead by accident. I would have chosen the Stones over the Who album. Yes, I pronounced Bayou incorrectly in this video also. Yeah, so when I first posted the video, I got some comments here like, half must go, what the F? And I said, watch the video. Holy damn, you fooled me. And then I replied, not trying to fool anyone with the title. It is a series I do, and viewers should watch the video before commenting things. And then there was this other one, same idea. Don't do that, with a sad face. And I said, did you watch the video? I'm not getting rid of any of my CDs. Then he replied, then why mention? Some must go. And I replied, perhaps watch the video before leaving a comment. But, I guess, I kind of see their point too, but I'm, like I said, it's just frustrating. It's like, watch the video before you, you know, just look at the video title and leave a comment. But hopefully people understand now that I'm not getting rid of any of these CDs in the video. It's just a fun video about imagining if I had to, it's comparing one CD against another that I love, and which one would I, if I had to, which one would I discard? This is the joys of YouTube, I tell you. So I do apologize for anybody that got confused. And as always, yes, I mispronounced some words. Please be kind if you can remember. And I don't have a problem with you very nicely telling me you pronounce it this way or that way. But don't just focus on that. Like, leave some kind of other comment about the video. And I'd appreciate that. So thanks for watching, and I hope that kind of explains, kind of the stresses of doing a YouTube video. And, I make mistakes. Even when I edit a video, I am in chronic pain, so I try and rush. I don't try and rush, but, maybe sometimes I don't take the time I should, and mistakes happen. So that's it. Have a great day. Bye.